Hello and welcome to Anish Degree College News Capsule. I am Radhil Singh Verma from BCom Computer Applications first year. Rupee rises 18 paise to 73.60 against US dollar in early trade. At the interbank forex market, the local unit opened up at 73.62 against the US dollar and then inched higher to 73.60, reflecting a rise of 18 paise over its last close. The Indian rupee advanced by 18 paise by 73.60 against the US dollar in opening trade on Friday, was supported by a positive domestic equities and weak American currency. On Thursday, the rupee had settled at 73.78 against the American currency. The rupee started this morning on a stronger note against the dollar, supported by improved risk appetite in the global market and weak dollar, Reliance Securities said in a research note. However, rising COVID-19 cases in the country could cap the gains, the note even added. Kotak Special Fund readies for 700 crore deal. Kotak Special Situation Fund will pay lenders to take majority stake in stressed HKR Roadways Limited, a person with knowledge of the matter said. The Telangana-based special purpose vehicle is owned by publicly listed Gayatri Highways Limited, DLF and Associates, and Megha Engineering and Infrastructure Limited. In addition to the Kotak Fund, HKR Roadways will also pay lenders 50 crore, the person said. The deal is a part of one-time settlement of around 750 crore, revised from 800 crore last year, proposed by promoters to HKR Roadways, 7 lenders led by Canara Bank, the person said. Fuel sales decline as COVID-19 second wave hits demand. Petrol pumps have seen a sharp decline in the sales due to the second wave of COVID-19 and rising fuel prices. While sales in the urban pumps declined 50 to 60%, business in rural pumps dropped by 20 to 30%. According to 12 dealers from Maharashtra, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Rajasthan, Karnataka, Goa, Delhi and National Capital Region NCR, fuel relating a weather wave of economic health has been hit mainly by two factors, that is, the curbs in the several states and high prices of auto fuels, they said. The double whammy of COVID pandemic and rising fuel prices have hit our sales volume and thus margins. Currently, sales are down between 30 to 60% depending on the location, that is, rural and urban areas, said Ajay Bansal, President of All India Petrol Pump Dealer Association. Sensex rises by 272 points to close day at 48,950. Nifty ends at 14,725. Equity gauges Sensex and Nifty notched up gains for the second straight session on Thursday following hectic buying mainly in auto, financial and IT counters. The BSE benchmark Sensex closed higher by 272.21 points or 0.56% at 48,949.76. In a volatile trade, the index oscillated between a high of 49,011.31 and a low of 48,614.11 during the day. Similarly, the NSE Nifty ended with a gain of 106.95 points or 0.73% at 14,724.80. On the Sensex chart, Bajaj Auto, HDFC, Infosys, Tech Mahindra and ICICI Bank emerged as the prominent gainers. On the other hand, Power Grid, ONGC, Bajaj Finance, IndusLand Bank and NTPC were the major laggards. Of the Sensex constituents, 20 shares ended with gains. Firm files for IPOs worth $2.6 million. Indian companies continue to line up for initial public offerings, that is IPOs, despite the COVID-19 pandemic slowing down primary market activities from its first quarter boom. Companies have filed draft red hearing prospectives DRHPs for 9 IPOs that aim to raise almost 19,660 crore, approximately $2.66 million, since 1st April 2021, according to the data from Primary Market Tracker Prime database. The primary market has hit the pause button while 16 companies launched their IPOs in the first quarter of the calendar year. There were only one listing, that of Macrotech Developers Limited, in April. According to the bankers, companies that were working on the IPO plans have not yet held back and are continuing to file the DRHPs so that they are ready when the second wave of the pandemic abates and markets are more conducive to IPOs. Services activity declined in April. According to the analytic firm IHS Markit, showed the Purchasing Market Managers Index, that is PMI, for the service sector declined to 54 in April from 54.6 in the preceding month. A figure of 50 indicates expansion, while sub-50 signals contraction. Indian service firms were optimistic regarding the 12-month outlook for business activities, but the overall level of the positive sentiment fell to the lowest since last October. The escalation of the pandemic was the main drag of the confidence, the data analytic firms said. April showed that the travel restrictions and the COVID-19 crisis continue to curb the international demand for Indian services. New exports orders declined for the 14th straight month in a row and quicker pace than in March. On the jobs front, there were further decline in overall service sector employment. RBI reliefs to small borrowers, loans to vaccine makers. The Reserve Bank of India (RBI) on Wednesday took a series of liquidity boosting and loan relief measures to aid broad swaths of the economic warped by the second wave of the COVID-19 pandemic. Shaktikanta Das said the RBI will make available an on-tap liquidity window of 50,000 crore with a tenure of 3 years, under which banks can provide fresh lending support to a wide range of entities, including vaccine makers, importers of vaccine, COVID-related drugs, and priority medical device, hospitals, pathology labs, manufacturers and suppliers of oxygen and ventilators, logistic firms, and also to the patients for treatment. The steps are likely to help the stretched healthcare industry expand facilities to treat more patients amid the ramping of the second wave of COVID-19. Infosys announces plans to hire 1,000 workers in United Kingdom over the next 3 years. IT firm Infosys on Tuesday said it plans to hire 1,000 workers in the UK over the next 3 years as a part of efforts to support the country's economic recovery and growth. The new hires will look and work in the digital space, including cloud computing, data and analytics, artificial intelligence, open source technologies, and enterprise services to support some of the world's largest organizations navigate their digital journey, a statement said. The company will provide critical training and mentoring opportunities for fresh hires, it added, to ensure a diverse talent pool and support the upskilling of the industry's future. A large proportion of the workforce will be hired from recently graduated students from leading colleges and universities in the United Kingdom, Infosys said.